Canadian Tulip Festival is proud to present Dutch Folk Tales. Today's story is The Basilisk of Utrecht. In the basement of a tavern in the town of Utrecht, there lived a hideous monster known as a basilisk. The glance of the basilisk was so powerful that it could kill a man instantly and turn him into a heap of dust. The servant who first found the basilisk in the basement did not survive the adventure. He went down to fetch a barrel of beer and was never seen again. When he did not return, people thought that he had helped himself to the lager so generously that he had fallen asleep. However, the next person who descended into the basement did not return either. Well, finally, the impatient innkeeper stuck his head into the stairwell to ask what was keeping his men, and he was answered by a roar so terrifying that he knew something horrible had come to live beneath his tavern. But the story of the monster in the basement spread like wildfire, and the innkeeper soon found that the townsfolk would not come near his place. In despair, he promised a large sum of money to the person who could rid him of the monster. But nobody dared to undertake such a precarious adventure, and so the monster remained. Finally, one day, a poorly dressed boy entered the tavern and declared that he was willing to take the challenge. The only weapon that he carried was a plank, which he clenched against his body like a shield. Well, the innkeeper thought that the boy had gone mad and tried to stop him. But the boy seemed so confident that, in the end, the innkeeper gave up and let him pass. The boy descended the stairs with the plank clutched tight against his chest. The monster waited for him in a corner of the damp cellar. It began to crawl towards him. Its eyes spat fire, and plumes of smoke rose from its nostrils and filled the room with a horrible stench. The boy held his breath, turned the plank around, and held it out in front of him. And lo and behold, it was not a plank at all, but a mirror. Well, as soon as he aimed it in the direction of the basilisk, the monster was killed by its own horrible reflection and reduced to a harmless heap of dust. Well, the boy was a great hero and lived a long and happy life. And that was the last that anyone ever heard of the Basilisk of Utrecht.